Hello everyone, I'm Mike34 from PsychicGamers, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the brand new Black Ops 2 DLC Revolution. Now in this DLC pack we got 4 multiplayer maps, 1 new multiplayer weapon, which is very interesting because that marks the first time in Call of Duty history that we've been given a weapon as DLC. We also got a brand new Zombies game mode and a brand new Zombies map. Now this video isn't going to contain any Zombies stuff. It's just going to be multiplayer, and the sole reason for that is I went to play Die Rise today in the new Zombies map, try it out. I played one game, at round 6 everybody quit for some reason, and then every game I tried to get into after that just froze as it loaded. So my Die Rise seems to be broken at the moment, probably need to re-download it, reinstall it, and I really can't be bothered to do that at the moment. So I'm going to review the multiplayer stuff, and then if I get Die Rise fixed, then I'll do a separate video reviewing the Zombie stuff. First thing I'm going to talk about is the Peacekeeper, which is a brand new multiplayer weapon. Now in all of these gameplay clips that I'm going to be showing in the background, I'm using the Peacekeeper because I made a point of using it all the time that I played these maps. I have to say it's a pretty solid performing all-round weapon. It's listed under the submachine gun category, but it also incorporates features of an assault rifle. It's sort of a hybrid weapon. It's got the mobility and handling of an SMG and the accuracy and range, supposedly, of an assault rifle. You don't have to do anything to unlock it, it's always there, no challenges to complete or anything. So as long as you've got creator class unlocked, you can stick it on. This is why so many people were running the Peacekeeper, especially over this past weekend. And it's good for people that haven't yet bought the DLC and want to try it out, because there's going to be tons around the battlefield that you can pick up. Although it doesn't have any challenges required to unlock it, it does come with its own set of challenges, and there are some calling cards and some emblem pieces for using it and ranking it up, prestiging it, getting to gold, that sort of thing. So the weapon itself, when they were hyping this up before the DLC came out, they were doing a pretty good job of making it sound like this is going to be ridiculously overpowered, taking the best bits from both the submachine guns and the assault rifles. However, I wouldn't say it's really overpowered. It's a very decent weapon, that's for sure. Like the submachine guns, it's quick to aim in, it's pretty quick transitioning from sprinting to hip fire, and it doesn't take a ridiculously long time to reload either. And of course, just the speed at which you move with it is submachine gun standard. It has got the accuracy at long range, however, to use it like an assault rifle. Now the cons to this are it's basically a medium range weapon. At close quarters you can't rely on spray and pray from the hip because it doesn't have submachine gun like hip fire spread. It's like an assault rifle there, so that's not particularly helpful, and the damage seems to be pretty consistent up until long range where it really drops off, so you do need to be very precise with it, and although it is accurate, you do need to get in quite a few hits on people at longer ranges in order to kill them. So it really is a medium range gun to take people out from that sort of distance, and if you're doing that, or if you're sneaking up on people, then it is very effective. It's a fun weapon to use, it looks pretty good. Overall, I really like it. I would definitely try and pick one up off the ground when you see it and give it a go for yourself. I think you can do that, you should be able to even if you haven't got the DLC. I think they added it in for everyone in the update. I like it, I would recommend using it, and I will do a further in-depth video hopefully soon. Now on to the main thing, the multiplayer maps. Now there's 4, there's Grind, there's Hydro, Downhill and Mirage. Now first map, Grind. This seems to be the favourite at the moment, it keeps getting voted in, and I've played it a fair amount, and I have to agree it is probably the best map in the map pack. It's quite a small map, but not ridiculously small, and it's quite an interesting map because there's lots of different varying areas to it. It's set in a skate park, so there's lots of curves everywhere, different ramps, which gives it a pretty unique feeling. Obviously these ramps do go up, so there's quite a lot of verticality to it. There's some varying different areas, there's some outside open areas, there's some tighter inside sections. It's got the classic COD design of 3 main routes. There's a left flank, a right flank and a straight down the middle route. You can climb around a bit, little places to hide. It's actually pretty good. The other maps are pretty decent as well. They've tried to add in some sort of unique features to Hydro and Downhill. Mirage on the other hand is a fairly standard map. Again, it's got the classic COD sort of 3 lines of attack. It's got 2 decent flanks, and on the right hand side there's some vertical areas where you can look down onto people. The middle section has a big open area and it's got exits on 3 sides, and there's also, you can get down into it as well. I really hate going into that area because I always seem to get hit from one side or another. It's a little bit hectic in there, I find, so I try and avoid that and go down one of the flanking routes. There's a few interesting areas sort of in the back of the map, although you don't really seem to use them. It's sort of Triarch standard stuff that's just knocking around places, but nobody ever goes there. Only thing I would say is I find the spawns on one side to be particularly bad. You can avoid it if you're expecting it, but really Triarch should be working on this. Getting spawn killed is very, very annoying if you're on the receiving end of it. To be fair, most of these maps seem to suffer from it, I guess because they haven't been massively play tested to test out how these spawns actually work, but it does seem like Mirage suffers quite heavily from this. And the other two maps, Downhill is set in the snow, and this is the first snow map we've got, so that's pretty good. Interesting to see them mix it up a bit. They've added in a moving element to this one. They've got like these ski lift sort of cars, carriages that move along through the ski lift station, I guess. They kill you if they bump into you, even though they're moving at like half a mile an hour. If they knock into you, obviously COD characters are very prone to ski lift related injuries, and that just kind of seems a bit ridiculous to me. It's quite annoying because to get into that area you either have to go round to the side a little bit more, or you can go through two entrances, and the ski cars sort of do an alternation to when they're coming out because they go in opposite directions. So you have to time it right, but you can't really see it unless you get right into that tunnel. So you start climbing up, see that you have no chance to get into the station before the car's going to hit you, turn back the other way, and of course 9 times out of 10 there's somebody already there waiting for you and going to shoot you. So a lot of the times I've been caught out there trying to make an escape, but I can't because the ski lifts are there. A little bit irritating, I would say, and it's kind of a bit unfair to get killed by those things because it's not really your fault if you're going around the map. You're not keeping an eye on the locations of these things constantly. Finally, Hydro. Now, I was actually having trouble recalling this map, so that doesn't say much for it, but to be honest, I did actually quite enjoy Hydro. Now, this is the one with the water, and at a certain point, once or twice during the match, then there'll be an announcement over the loudspeakers. They do make it very obvious when the water's coming. Some guy talks for about half a minute before it actually goes off, and then the water starts filling up and it'll kill anyone and destroy any equipment and stuff in the water's path. So obviously you have to get out of the area. That basically is a little bit like the train on Express. It just sort of splits up the map. Again, a little bit like Express, there are still ways to get over it. So you can still get over the water, but if you're down below, then it's going to cause a bit of a problem. It reminds me of Express because it splits up the map, but unlike Express, it doesn't stop people shooting across it. So you get a little bit of a standoff sometimes. So that can be quite interesting, or if you get caught out by it, quite annoying. Again, with this map, just like in Mirage, spawns seem to be fairly predictable. There's two definite ends. Basically the downside is suffering from spawn traps. This map also suffers from having bridges with little head glitch locations where people can just snipe out of, which can be a little bit irritating, but as it is a bridge there are two entrances, you can flank them if you want to. Overall, even though previously I'd been really starting to hate Black Ops, really not liking it, this map pack I was actually really enjoying. Now admittedly, I think it helped because I got to grip with the new maps pretty quickly and everyone else seemed a bit slow on the old uptake of learning how they work. So I was doing pretty well gameplay wise, and I always love Black Ops when I'm doing well. I mean, who doesn't? But I did find them pretty fun and I could play grind all day really. I think if people started getting high-end kill streaks on that thing and calling in lodestars and swarms, it'd be a little bit irritating. I mean, there are some inside areas to take cover in. Generally, however, while it was a lot of gun-on-gun action at the moment, it was a lot of fun, and to be honest, I would recommend getting this map pack. Now, I can't say for sure that, you know, go and get the season pass. My recommendation would be do what I did and just buy the map pack on its own, because who knows, the next one could suck. But at this rate, I'm going to be enjoying these maps for a fair while, and I'll probably be more inclined to pick up the next map pack after this, because Triarch have done a pretty damn good job on this. I do need to check out the zombie stuff though, and I will be doing a review of that in the near future. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a rating and make sure to comment your opinions and questions about the map pack. If you're here and you aren't already subscribed to me but you do want to keep up to date with my content, make sure you hit subscribe, and I shall hopefully see you next time.